must follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Folks, you'll have to excuse me for the late video. Chandler and I are officially engaged as of today, so I have been spending the day celebrating and talking about it and calling everyone and letting everyone know the good news. So I am officially off the market, and so is Chandler. Today we are going to continue with Trooper Keefe in the Anna Walsh disappearance with the prosecution of Adam Walsh. This is a suppression hearing. We only have a few more videos to go. The trial is going to begin in about 3 weeks' time, so be on the lookout for that. And we are going to cover that trial on this channel and everything in between. So folks, buckle up, because Keefe, you remember him from the Karen Reed trial, he's back. Let's go.
Where do you work?
I work for the Massachusetts State Police.
And how long have you been with Massachusetts State Police?
Almost 8 years.
What is your current rank?
Trooper.
Within the state police, do you work for a division, a certain unit?
Yes.
What unit?
Currently assigned to the Norfolk District Attorney's Office.
And do you have any special responsibilities within that unit?
Yes.
What are those?
Digital forensic examiner and cell phone record analyst.
And have you received any training concerning the examination of cell phone or digital devices?
Yes.
Can you tell us kind of briefly what that training has been?
Sure. I have numerous trainings from Cellbrite, which is a cell phone forensics company. Also through Burla, which is a motor vehicle forensics company.
If you have not heard his testimony on cross-examination in the Karen Reed case, you have to watch it. It is an absolute must-watch. This guy cannot hold muster under pressure. You'll see what I mean.
I have online and hands-on training through Magnet.
And don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel.
And I have cell phone record analysis training from LexisNexis and the FBI CAS team.
Are you familiar with a company called Keefe?
Yes.
And have you received any trainings from them?
Yes.
All of these trainings that you mentioned, do they carry certifications?
Yes.
What does it take to get the certifications?
Majority of the time it's an in-person 40-hour training.
And so, in addition, have you had to take tests in these different disciplines as far as Celebrate and Grey Key?
Yes.
Did you pass those tests?
Yes.
Now, I'd like to ask you some questions as far as your involvement in the disappearance of Anna Walsh.
Yes.
When did you first become involved?
January 5th, 2023.
And how did you become involved?
I was requested by my supervisors to assist with analyzing exigent cell phone records from Verizon.
I'm sorry, was that exigent cell phone records?
Correct.
Okay. And whose number did you believe you were examining?
I believe the number was associated with Anna Walsh.
And when was the last time that number connected with the network?
It was January 2nd, 3:14 a.m.
And do you know where that number connected with the network as far as the tower?
It was in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, Cohasset, Massachusetts.
When were you doing this on January 5th?
Late in the evening.
And so now I want to ask you about January 6th. On January 6th, Friday, when did you arrive in Cohasset, if you remember?
Around 8:30 p.m.
And where were you stationed in Cohasset that day?
During the day, sir?
Yes, sir.
At the CP?
And the CP, that's the command post?
Correct.
All right. Now, did anyone ever give you any digital devices that day?
Yes.
Who gave you digital devices?
Lieutenant John Fanning.
What did he give you as far as devices?
He gave me 3 mobile devices.
And what, you say 3 mobile devices. Can you describe them? Can you tell us what they were?
Yes. One was an iPhone 13 mini, one was an iPad 6 mini, and one was an iPad 6.
And about what time do you think you got these devices from Lieutenant Fanning?
Sometime after 8:30 p.m.
And where did you go once you got these devices?
I went to the digital forensics lab at the Norfolk District Attorney's Office in Canton, Massachusetts.
And so you went
Our
from
favorite
Cohasset
place.
to Canton at this point in time.
Correct.
And so we're talking about Friday night, January 6th.
Yes.
When you got to the lab, was there anyone else there from your unit to help you?
Yes.
Who was that?
Trooper Nicholas Garino.
Ah.
So
We
what
covered
was
him in a previous video, and you saw what kind of a crap job that guy did.
Brian Walsh and his attorney, Tracy Miner, provided consent to extract and analyze these three devices from December 25th, 2022 through January 6th, 2023.
And so how did you begin to do that extraction on these devices?
The first device I extracted was the iPhone 13 mini.
Okay, and so walk me through that. What did you do to extract data from the iPhone 13 mini?
Sure. So in the digital forensics lab, used Gray Key, which is a forensic machine. We use specialized forensics hardware and software. You will have these Gray Key software program running on a forensic computer. You will plug the device into the Gray Key hardware machine, and then the extraction process will begin.
And why didn't you just do all three at once?
We are limited to one Gray Key forensic machine in the lab.
And how long does it take for Gray Key to get the data from the device?
Could be hours.
That night, do you know when you began? The extraction from the iPhone 13 mini?
Approximately 9:30 p.m.
And do you know when that extraction was completed?
I believe 12:28 a.m. on January 7th.
Okay, so that took approximately 3 hours-ish?
Yes, sir.
After that data was extracted from that device, the iPhone 13 mini, what did you do next?
The next device I performed the forensic extraction on was the iPad 6 mini.
The iPad 6 mini. And did you wait until that was completed?
No.
What did you do?
I went home.
Okay. When was the data finally extracted from that device, if you remember?
I recall about 1:30 a.m.
Okay.
on the 7th.
And you weren't there when it was completed?
No, sir.
When did you return back to the digital forensics lab in Canton to continue your work?
Approximately 10:30 a.m. on the 7th.
Was Trooper Guarino with you at this point in time?
No, he was not.
What did you do next?
Next, I conducted the extraction on the iPad 6.
And when did you begin that?
About 10:50 a.m.
And when was that extraction completed?
Just before 11:30 a.m.
Now, once the data has been extracted from the three devices, what do you do with the data?
All the data has to be, so once the data is extracted, it is placed on the forensic server from the Gray Key software.
So, how long does it take to get from the Gray Key software into the server?
Again, it could take hours depending on how large the extraction is, how much data there is.
And is this one at a time, or can you do all three at once?
We tend to do one at a time.
When did Trooper Guarino arrive on January 7th, that Saturday?
About 3 p.m.
And so, did you have any difficulties getting the data from Gray Key into the server?
No.
All right, so the data's in the server. Now what do you do with the data?
In order to read the data, we use a program called Cellbrite Physical Analyzer.
And so, how long does it take to get the data from the server to be read by the Cellbrite program?
Again, it could take hours.
And so that day, when were you finally able to start looking at data from any of the devices?
Approximately 5 p.m. on January 7th.
When Gray Key completes extracting data from a device, what is created from Gray Key?
Is it just me? Or does this dude have like a blank, hollow look in his eyes? I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just me. I'm not trying to diss on the guy. I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I remember him for the Karen Reed case. I know he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but there's just something about his eyes that scares me. It's like he's looking, but he's not. There's like no processing mechanism. He just exists. You know what I mean? Like, you look at people and you're just like, I don't think there's anybody home. The lights are on, but there's no one home. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from Keefe. He's just like, look, I got phone. I plug into Gray Key. I can only plug in one device into Gray Key. We only have 3 Gray Key devices. I'm sorry, we only have 1 Gray Key device, so I have to do 1 device at a time on the stuff, and then I got it. Like, he's given like the lowest responsibility in the department. Just plug it in and push play or extract or whatever. It's terrifying. These people are given guns. They have badges. They have a lawful, lethal use of force behind them, and they're covered by qualified immunity on top of everything. That is terrifying to me, that this man has a right to shoot and kill and then ask questions later, and sometimes those questions may be like, well, should I have done that? Oops, my bad. Oh man, somebody should call his wife and kids, let them know they no longer have a dad. I don't know, this guy just scares me. Incompetence is one thing, but when you just don't even have a brain, there's nothing scarier than that. Just my 2 cents. Please correct me if I'm wrong if you see something different.
As far as a report.
There's a Gray Key progress report.
And did Gray Key create progress reports for these devices?
Yes.
And have you reviewed those progress reports prior to today?
Yes.
And are they accurate to your understanding of how Gray Key works and what the device did as far as pulling the data?
Yes.
Your Honor, I apologize, but I think you have my only undoctored copies of the 3 Gray Key reports in the binder, and I was going to seek to mark those as the next exhibits. But if there's no objection from counsel, I think we can just move right along. So,
Okay, we'll move along now.
thank you, Your Honor. I'd ask that those next 3 reports from Gray Key be marked as the next 3 exhibits. And I lost my chart, but I believe that would put us at
16, 17.
Thank you, Ms. Borges.
All right, so they're in evidence is 16, 17, and 18. And at some point, I know soon, not today, soon, like tomorrow morning,
Yes.
you're going to have a conversion chart for me.
You are right, Your Honor. We will do that.
All right.
Thank you. And I apologize for the confusion. What device did you have the opportunity to review? What data from what device did you have the opportunity to review?
The iPhone 13 mini.
Where were you reviewing this data from the iPhone 13 mini at the office in Canton?
I was on the first floor in the forensic lab.
Where was Trooper Guarino at this point in time?
He was on the second floor in the main office area.
And did one of you start before the other, or was it around the same time?
It was around the same time.
What device's data was he reviewing that night?
The iPad 6 mini.
Now, what did you notice when reviewing the iPhone 13 mini as far as the device being unlocked between January 1st and 2nd?
I noticed there were 4 unlocks between that time frame.
When you're looking at the Celebrate program, can you just describe for us what does the Celebrate reader look like when you're looking at it?
So Celebrate Physical Analyzer, it's interactive. So it parses the data out into a readable format. It parses it out into calls, contacts, messages, web history, locations, stuff of that nature.
And so what part of the Celebrate program were you looking at as far as analyzing the data?
I went to the timeline view.
All right, what's the timeline view show you?
Timeline view gives you the ability, it shows you all device activity from the whole device.
And so what did you do as far as confining the amount, the time in the timeline that you were looking at?
I condensed the timeline down to January 25th, 2022 to January 6th, 2023.
And so you...
January 26th? January 6th.
January 6th, December 25th, 2022 to January 6th, 2023.
Got it.
Got it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so why didn't you go to December?
He can't even get the dates right. The most basic stuff that literally, the only thing that you were assigned to do, bro. The only thing. You had one job. You had one job.
24th of 2022.
That was outside the consent agreement.
And so when you're looking at this timeline and function, and you confine it to that area, what access do you have to data before the 25th of December?
None.
So again, you're looking at the timeline feature. And why do you choose to look at the timeline feature?
Because that will narrow down or condense the amount of data in which I am looking at.
Now, while you were looking at the timeline for the iPhone 13 mini that night, did anyone interrupt you?
Yes.
Who?
Trooper David Chico.
And what did Trooper DeChico ask of you?
Trooper DeChico informed me that he conducted an interview earlier in the day on January 7th, and Brian Walsh stated that on January 2nd, the only place he went to was Press Juice Bar in Norwell, Massachusetts.
And so, after hearing that from Trooper DeChico, was there anything, did he ask you to do anything?
He asked me to confirm or corroborate if there was any location data associated with that.
So, this is on January 7th. You're looking at the timeline data and you're talking to Trooper DeChico.
Yes.
And what do you discover as far as location data on January 7th?
So prior to that, after Trooper DeChico told me, through the timeline application within Cellbrite, I filtered out all data but native location data within January 1st to January 6th.
Okay.
And from then, I started my analysis for January 2nd.
What is native location data in cell phone analysis?
Native location data is embedded in the Apple iOS operating system. It can come from a number of different things: Bluetooth, satellites, GPS, Wi-Fi, a number of different things.
And how is the device doing that?
The device constantly communicates with different technologies.
Now, you've confined the location data, the native location data, from January 1 to January 6, and you're looking at what time frame now?
The whole
time.
The whole time frame.
And did you have any further conversation with Trooper DeChico about what you're seeing on January 2nd?
Yes.
What did you say?
Approximately 4:15 p.m., January 2nd, 2023, the device is in the area of Home Depot in Rockland, Massachusetts.
Now, do you talk?
He keeps doing this thing with his lips, and I don't understand what it is and what it's about. He keeps like pursing his lips. I'll be honest. I think I've noticed he's got a little bit of a gap in his like two front teeth right here. He might be a little embarrassed by it because he's on camera. Which, dude, bro, there's no shame. Like we are all born different. I'm not gonna hate on the guy just because he looks different. That's a little bit beneath me. Like, relax, dude. We're not gonna judge you for the way you look, but you do look ridiculous when you keep trying to hide it as you speak. He just parses his lips just far enough to answer the question, and then immediately goes to, like, it's so obvious, I think. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below as you like this video.
Talk any further with Trooper DeChico at this point in the evening?
Not that I recall.
Did you have any conversations after that with Trooper Guarino?
Yes.
And when was it that Trooper Guarino talked to you that night?
Approximately 6:30 p.m.
And what was it that Trooper Guarino approached you about?
He had found some concerning searches on the device that he was analyzing.
And he was looking at the iPad Mini 6?
Correct.
The one without the cracked screen?
Yes.
Okay. And what was it that now he tells you this? Do you do anything to look at the data that he's talking to you about?
No.
Okay. So what did he tell you about?
He told me there was a number of concerning searches that occurred on the iPad.
So what was done as far as any further searching of the iPad 6 Mini?
To my knowledge, Trooper Guarino, he had stopped his analysis and informed the supervisors.
Now, with what you were looking at, which was the iPhone 13, did you stop your analysis as far as the work you were doing on the iPhone 13?
No.
So, on the iPhone 13, did you have the opportunity to do any further analysis as far as native location data on that device?
Yes.
When did you do that?
January 8th.
And what were you analyzing as far as native location data for the iPhone 13 device on January 8th?
January 1st through January 6th.
And in reviewing that data, did you notify any troopers to go anywhere?
Yes.
Who did you call?
I called Lieutenant Fanning, I believe.
Okay. And where did you want to send troopers to?
The Claremont Apartments in Abington, the Point Apartment Complex in Abington, and Chatham West in Brockton, Massachusetts.
And why did you want to send troopers to those locations on January 8th?
Because at that time, it was still a critical incident. And Anna Walsh was missing, still missing at that time, and we wanted to try and locate her.
And why those apartment complexes?
In order to see if she might have went there, or
Well, how do you know? Like, is the phone telling you that it's at those locations? Why are those locations significant to you? How do you know to go to those three? How do you know to send troopers to those locations?
in order to collect surveillance, see if anyone had seen her or...
Sure, I understand that's the why. I guess the question is the how. So what is it that you saw in the phone that said go there?
Like, to me, folks, it's a basic question. Well, those are the three places she might be, because she lived in one and she stayed in another, and his brain can't even grasp the question. Like, he can't think outside the box. He only knows, like, me go from point A to point B. You ask question about point C, me not familiar with point C. Can you ask question in caveman mentality can understand, please? Thank you. Still not get. Ask again, please. Still not get. Ask again, please. Still not. Ah, I get, I think. Let me try answer.
GPS points or native location points within those different areas.
That's it. The guy scares the living crap out of me. I swear to God. If I ever go missing, please don't let a Keefe like that search for me, okay? Please assign someone more competent. Just in case I ever go missing. And suspect number one, sorry baby, it's probably going to be Chandler. Of course, they always go for the closest one. I mean, it's obvious. But yes, folks, I am very tired, so I do apologize maybe for the low energy video. I don't know. I thought I did okay, but I do feel very depleted. It's been a very long day. I have had so much to celebrate. We are so excited. Her mom is gaining a son-in-law. My parents are gaining a daughter-in-law. So we are just to the moon and back. And we are very excited for our future together. So, folks, I appreciate you all coming. I appreciate you all staying for a little bit. I hope you all learned something. As always, I love every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next video as we continue the Brian Walsh series, as well as Fraser Baum coming up. And lots and lots more new stuff. Bye, everybody.